Acha ji, whatever we have discussed up till now, do you have any question for that? Okay, whatever we discussed, I just summarize it for you. Okay, we discussed about the strategy. We discussed about the operation strategy in the global environment. We discussed the reasons, importantly the reasons which force any company or which attract any company to go global. So we discussed that. Now we are moving ahead towards the mission. First is a mission of a company, okay, and with that mission we develop the mission of operations management, that how operation management is going to complement or going to achieve the company's mission. And these are the OM departments, or you may say sub-functions: product design, quality management, process design, and etc. These are the missions of these sub-functions or sub-departments. Okay.
Acha ji. Okay, let's start with the mission. This is the sample mission: to manufacture and service an innovative, growing and profitable worldwide microwave communications businesses that exceeds our customer expectation. So basically, how any company develops a mission, it is the objective of getting the profitability, sustainable profitability, and contributing to the environment, contributing to the place they are working. So you see, innovative, profitable communication business that exceeds customer expectations. So customer is the one who is buying the product. So you need to focus on the customer expectations. Plus you have to make the direction of the company. So that's how you develop the mission. It is not our subject. It is not our subject to discuss how to develop a mission, but whatever the mission of a company is, we have to follow the operation management mission. Now we talked about the operation management mission: to produce products consistent with the company's mission as the worldwide low-cost manufacturer. So worldwide low-cost manufacturer is the mission of the company, is the mission of the operation management. So what is it defining? It is defining the comparative advantage of a company. I discussed in the beginning of the class, there are 3 comparative advantage. You remember?
Yes, sir.
The low cost. So it is the low cost. It is the low cost. Product differentiation may be the other one, and the response could be the third one. So, but this company is focusing on low cost. Okay. Consistent with the company's mission. Product consistent means quality. Quality has to be managed. Let's discuss about the other department's mission. Product design: to design and produce products and services with outstanding quality and inherent customer value. You see, product design is very important. So if your designing is outstanding, then only you can compete in the global market, plus you can extend the product life cycle. I just discussed a while ago about the product life cycle, in which the product is moving from the introduction stage towards the growth stage, then the maturity, and then the decline. So if your product is innovative, if your product is well designed as per the requirement of the customer, as per the demand of the customer, as per the top technology in the world, so your product life cycle would be much longer than the competitors. So very important: design and produce product services with outstanding quality and inherent customer value. Inherent customer value must be there, outstanding quality. Quality is the product design paradigm. If whatever the product is being designed, it must be of the best quality. Because if the product is not designed, is of best quality, then the bulk manufacturing or the customized manufacturing will not be possible. So designing of the product must be of a standard so that your mass production may be followed. Quality management to attain the exceptional value that is consistent with our company mission and marketing objectives by close attention to design, supply chain, production and field service opportunities. You see, operation management mission is aligning with the marketing and other departments. So there is no mission of any department is in isolation, because every department is complementing. Marketing is complementing the operations. How come? Any idea? How come marketing is complementing the operations?
If you don't do the marketing, you cannot sell it, sir. And if you want to sell it, you cannot do the operations.
Yes. You mean the revenue?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Apush, you want to say something? Achha. My question is how marketing complement the operation management. You see, demand of the product depends upon the price differentiation largely. If marketing is differentiating the prices well, then your product would be selling at its peak. So if it is not designed, then the product would not be sufficient. Marketing needs to communicate the operations that how they have to manage the marketing activity. For example, if the company is giving the promotions, I remember when I used to work in Nestle Pakistan, they used to give the promotion of cup, different kind of cups, Bantan and others. So whenever there is a promotion of cups in the Nido, there is a high sales, and because of the high demand of the product, the operation is unable to fulfill due to the abnormal demand. Operation is unable to fulfill. If it is priorly communicated to the operation that we are going to start the promotion and it will lead to the exceptional demand, so the operations would be prepared accordingly. So the alignment of the management, marketing and the operations is very much important. Okay, so I just gave you one example. There are multiple examples. So over here you see there is a marketing objectives by close attention to design, supply chain, production. The marketing objective must be designed with the close attention to the supply chain and the production. Process design to determine design and develop the production process and equipment that will be compatible with low cost product, high quality and a good quality of work life. Very important that how you are processing your product, how you are manufacturing your product. Azan break le lete hain. Okay, likewise we develop the process design, mission, location, layout design, human resources, supply chain management, inventory, scheduling. So the missions of every subset of the operations would be as per the main mission of the operation management. Got it? So I am just concluding this point that first, there must be a mission of a company which has to be designed well, and accordingly the operation management mission would be designed, and accordingly the subset or the sub-functions of the operation mission would be designed. Quality management, product design, process design, location, supply chain management, scheduling, maintenance, every subset of an operation mission would be designed. Got it? Next mission. Oh, Taimur sahab. Acha ji. Next. Hold on. Okay ji. So you see, now we are about to start talking about 10 operation decisions which we already discussed. The strategies which would be followed by the product, quality, process, location, and the company's examples. So you see there are different in the differentiation, comparative advantage. Let's talk about the differentiation. In the differentiation, what we do? What do you expect? If any company is giving the better services, what do you expect? Yes. What kind of differentiation he can create? The company can create. And through what? And through what? Importantly, through analysis, through market analysis, through internal and external analysis. Okay, Porter 5 forces model. Okay, test analysis, SWOT analysis. By these analysis, companies get to know that what must be its mission and what must be its competitive advantage. Okay, it has to be likewise, because what you are going to do, you are going to sell in the market, and if market factors are not incorporated in your mission and in your competitive advantage, then there will be lesser demand. Your sustainability would be compromised. You see over here, differentiation, innovative design is a differentiation. When you have an innovative design, so you are differentiating from the market, because the competitors might not have that kind of design of a product. Okay, design could be of any kind. It can be on the looks, externalities, or the internalities. Over here we see Save Skin gloves. The company Save Skin is basically providing the gloves which is not harming your skin. Whenever you use gloves, your skin is not harmed. So this is the innovative design.
So differentiation, basically unique selling point of that product.
Yes. So you see, there are many companies who are providing the differentiation. Okay, you need to be good observant so that you can observe that how these manufacturers are giving the innovative products. Broad product line, for example, securities, mutual funds, or you may say in chocolates, in other food category, in other home appliances, they have the broad category. So this is also a differentiation. Variety is also a differentiation. Keep writing. These are very important points coming to your exam, because I will be asking you how would you differentiate, how any company can differentiate, on what basis. So you would be telling through innovation. Okay, innovative design, product line, that is a variety. After sales service, like Suzuki has the after sales service differentiation. Why do people mostly like Suzuki? Not because of their luxury, because of their after sales service and its demand after some time. Resale. The resale is very high of Suzuki as compared to the car. And in the resale, the after sales service is technically very, very critical. If any company is not providing a good after sales service, its resale would not be a good one. After sales service is very, very important. Experience. Yes. That is why it is differentiated, and it is available. It is conveniently available. You see, Park Suzuki or Suzuki showrooms are available most of the part of the city. Availability is a great thing. You know, Honda showrooms has lesser number in Karachi than the Suzuki showrooms. So this is also a very important.
After sales service product also, after the product also good.
Yes, but they have the less availability. I just gave you example. The Suzuki showrooms have great numbers in Karachi city. Only Karachi city, if we take the sample of a Karachi city, or we take the population of Karachi city showrooms. So in that showroom, you see there are more Suzuki showrooms. Yes. Experience. Hard Rock Cafe dining experience. We already discussed about the Hard Rock Cafe. The Hard Rock Cafe dining experience, something different. Okay, like kebabjis. If you, I don't know whether you buy this argument or not, but I think kebabji has also differentiation. Like Chinese restaurant, the big Chinese restaurant, they always differentiate themselves. Somehow, like Chinese people greet you at the Chinese restaurant. So they try to differentiate, something like that. Or the people look alike Chinese, because our definition of Chinese is what?
Anything we will.
Yes. चपटा जिसे कहते हैं. तो whenever someone look alike Chinese, yes, oh Chinese, the food would be good. So this is called the experience. This is called the experience. Cost leadership. Cost leadership, you see, is low overhead. When we talk about the cost leadership, we have low overhead. It means we have less operational cost. Warehouse type stores are less. Okay. Then if someone is walking. Okay, effective capacity use and inventory management. So basically effective capacity use and the inventory management. Basically low overhead means low operational cost. जी.
Product quality, process, layout,
Yes. So all have to be designed in that manner. I am not discussing them. I am discussing what are the appropriate way to get the cost leadership strategy, to get the cost leadership advantage. जी. Okay. So, and with the example, you see low overhead with the warehouse type stores, the stores which are very huge. So you do not need warehouses. Like Imtiaz stores are not that big. They have little warehouse, but still they have little warehouse. So you see the stores which have the Gulshan Imtiaz store has a big floor. So because of that floor, they can pile up many products over there. They do not require a big warehouse. Why? Because their floor is very big. So that's how you reduce the low overhead. You reduce the overhead cost. And effective capacity use is high utilization. Good scheduling. You do not inappropriately use your resources. You schedule, your productivity is far better than others. Like we talked about the Starbucks. So you see, there is another example of Southwest Airline. That is high utilization of resources. Another one is inventory management. Walmart's sophisticated distribution system, and they manage the inventory very well. How come? Cross-docking is one of the example of the Walmart's inventory management. In fact, Walmart invented the cross-docking concept. What is cross-docking? Whatever stock is required by the outlet, Walmart outlet, should not be stored in the warehouse. Instead, they communicate the requirement of outlet to the supplier, and whenever the supplier supply the product, the same moment they transfer it to the outlet. So instead of being in the warehouse, it is just moved to the outlet. So it's a very important concept, and they introduced. So you see, inventory management is very, very important. In fact, Japanese are very good at it. Inventory management. In inventory management, it is very important that how you are managing the inventory. What is your turnover? Are you keeping the inventory more than required? Because inventory is your current asset. If you are keep stocking a great number of inventory, it means your resources are stuck.
Sir, inventory is a blessing or curse at the same time.
Yes. So you need to balance it very well. Otherwise, you will not have the cost leadership. So very important. The last one is the response. The last competitive advantage is response. The response is the flexibility. That how flexible you are to the market demand. Response to volatile world market. That how quick you are at the response. Whatever the demand by the customers, how good you are in responding there. HP, there is an example of HP. HP is providing a very quick response to the customers. The other one is the reliability. That are you reliable? Are you consistent? Or there is a lack of confidence of customers on you? Very important. For example, if you want to send a parcel which is very important to you, which company would you choose? Why DHL? Exactly. Integrity and the reliability matters. You will not go with the ordinary company. You go for the best one. Depends upon the parcel. If it is very expensive, something very important to you, so you go with the best one. So you see, reliability is also the response, that how reliable you are. Quickness. Pizza Hut's 5 minutes guarantee at lunchtime. In the 5 minutes, they can provide you the pizza. And there is a very interesting example of Pizza Hut, that what happened, how they managed to give the pizza in 5 minutes. Any idea? In 5 minutes? No, fresh, hot. Stock, no, wrong. Okay, let me tell you, very interesting. They have the mobile kitchens. Kitchen is moving all around the city, and specifically to the places where there is a high demand of the pizza. For example, Gulshan Iqbal is in the high requirement of pizza at this hour. So the mobile kitchen would be around. And whenever you give a call, the mobile kitchen is around your home. And in a 5 minutes of time, he makes the pizza available. In fact, the delivery man is ahead of the time. When he is calling, he's talking to the customer, he reaches to the place, and the customer is outside the kitchen, and he's looking at the oven, okay, when my pizza is coming out. Yes. That's what I'm telling. Within 5 minutes, the person is available to the place, and the order giver is standing outside the mobile kitchen and waiting for its pizza to come out. So how quick they are.
So why Pizza Hut cut off their operations from Pakistan?
Again, this is a strategic decision actually. This is a strategic decision, and the company divests sometimes because of their profitability and sustainability. They need to move out. Because of the might be there is a large possibility that because of the so many local franchises, local pizza provider, they cannot survive in this current environment. Like the pharmaceutical industry, they are moving out because of that, because they cannot sustain in this competition. The competition is kind of changed. The policies are not being practiced the way the multinational company has to, because not every player, any small player would be following the policy the way the multinational has to. So basically their per unit cost is much higher than the local company. So because one of the reasons. Okay, move ahead. Okay, I want your attention. Little up. Up. बेटा नीचे आओ, नीचे ये वही पिज्जा की तस्वीर, नीचे बस. Okay, so you see this is a product life cycle. It is very interesting that how company strategy, OM strategy and company strategy is moving towards. You see over here the Apple smartwatch is in introduction stage and it is moving ahead. Okay, and over here the company strategy would be different. Company would be investing on the product design. Company is investing on the production process, and the OM strategy would be the frequent product and process design changes, the different changes, short production run. Obviously the demand is not very much high, so they have to produce in a short batches. So you see short batches, high production cost. The cost of production is high. Why? Any answer? Why? Because there is a less demand of a product. When there is a less demand of product, the cost of production is high. Per unit cost is high. There is no economy of scale is achieved. Over here you see in the growth stage, there the economy is achieved. Okay, And forecasting is critical over here, because when the product is short, the customer is switching. In the growth stage, you have a great opportunity because you have ample demand. When there is an ample demand, you need to fulfill the demand of customer. If you lose to fulfill the demand of customer, the customer is going to switch. So you will have a great loss. Forecasting is very critical. In terms of OM strategy, the forecasting is very critical. I will be teaching you in the next class. Process reliability is very important because you have to make the product timely and reach out to the customer. Comparative product improvement and options, increase capacity because the demand is keep growing, and you need to increase the capacity. In terms of either you can produce yourself or outsource. Both is possible. Over here there is the option of outsource, but you need to check the quality must be ensured. The other way, you see, this one is the maturity stage, and at that stage you have to standardize your product. You don't have to change your product, okay, because your customers are your demand is stable. You don't go for the rapid changes, but few. Optimum capacity, you need to use the optimum capacity so that you are profitable, because the sales are not growing. And if you are not producing, if your productivity is less, then you are using more resources for less products. So you need to control that very well. Otherwise, your profitability would be compromised. Long production run, that basically improve your per unit cost. The economy of scale is achieved much higher. So that is practice over. At the end, when the product is about to decline and the customers keep switching, and the demand is keep getting lesser with the passage of time. So cost minimization and overcapacity in the industry must not be there. Prune line, eliminate items not returning good margins. Very interesting. That when you have to divest or when you have to take a product out after some time, so you don't have to have the great product line. You have to have very few SKUs with you, because number of SKU never increase your demand when it is in the declining stage. So with a few SKU you have to manage so that you don't increase your cost. There must not be over inventory with you, okay? The operational cost would be less, the inventory would be less, and you keep reducing the capacity because the demand is keep reducing, so you reduce your capacity as well. Any questions so far? So you see, that's how the company changed their OM strategy. That is why I said in the global environment, the company does not want to go this way. Over here, if the company is making $10 million and it is going to this stage, the company start investing in Asian market. When they go in the Asian market, what happens? It comes over here again. So they start minting money from here. So that's how the global company earns more than the local company. Next, Ramur, go ahead. Any questions so far? Yeah, that's all I already discussed. You need to analyze the environment with the SWOT and the PEST and the PESTEL analysis, and you have to then you have to develop the mission and you form the strategy accordingly. So very important chart. Next. Acha, you see, I am going through charts by charts. So if you are intelligent, you understand that's how I look at the things. So if I am teaching you this way, then I will be giving you paper in the same manner. So keep focusing on the pictures and the diagrams which are depicting the text. So you see, it is the implementing the strategy and success factor and core competency. So I already discussed with you, there are 3 departments, there are 3 functions which are critical for any company. So these 3 functions are there. So whenever any company make its competency and its strategy, develop its strategy, it goes this way. The 3 departments has to complement each other. Okay, and let me tell you about the core competencies. Core competency is the forte of any company. The thing which company is doing at best. For example, if the company is good at making the quality products, So it is the core competence. If company is good at response, flexibility, it is its core competence. So we'll be talking about the core competency next, further. Next. Okay, this is very interesting chart. Move, Taimur. Move it rightwards. Okay, this is a very interesting chart of airline, and over here we see the competitive advantage, the core competency, and supporting functions, supporting operations. So you see, this is a competitive advantage of any company, that is the low cost. The Southwest airline has a competitive advantage of low cost, and because of the low cost, they designed these, that is the core competencies, okay? And these are the, or you key success factors, you call it key success factors. So these are the key success factors which is making the low cost possible. These are called key success factors. Write it down. These are called, I told you, core competency, key success factors, yes, key success factors, and competitive advantage. So these are the terms I used: competitive advantage, key success factors, and core competency. So these are the key success factors which is making it possible. So key success factors are those which cannot be overlooked. This competitive advantage can never be achieved without key success factors. A company need to see what its core competency, and they have to develop the key success factors accordingly. For example, competitive advantage of low cost of airline. So key success factor is lean and productive employees. Why? Because the low cost. Lean means no waste. Productive employee means no waste. Because if you waste, labor is wasting their time and effort, so it is making you more costly. So for the low cost, you have to make the productive labor. Why our country is not making the competitive product? One of the reason is less productivity. In our company, there is a less productivity. You can study by yourself. You can take it as an assignment. Go in any company and just see what is their productivity. You would amazed to know their productivity is far worse than any top company in the world. Multiple reasons, but there are. Okay. Courteous but limited passenger service. Limited passenger service, because you do not give everything. Why? Your product line is short, because you don't want inventory. Likewise, you don't have a big fleet. You don't have expensive airplane. You have Boeing 787. That is a standard word. And you are fulfilling the request of all customers courteously. Like in Tiaz store, you don't find the imported products variety. Why? Because of the low cost. The same way, the airline does not fulfill every request of a customer, but courteously they say no. Short haul, point to point routes, often secondary airports, that is how they manage. Because when they are short haul means they move from one place to another, and they do not stay long. Their flights are short.
So what is mean by short haul?
Short haul means the distance they travel is not longer than the other airlines. Short haul means a short duration, for 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours. That is exactly like this. Exactly. Short haul. Point to point routes. Point to point route is one of the strategy of logistics in which you go point to point. There is no hub and spoke concept in which you go the main hub. You go point to point. There are two strategy of logistics. You see, there is a hub and a spoke. Okay. Instead, you go point to point. Okay, this is the point to point, and this is hub and spoke. Write it down. Hub and spoke. So hub and spoke is the one where there is a hub. There is a hub. where you reach and you connect. But over here you go point to point because you are going to short haul, so you go point to point. Okay, let's move ahead. Frequent, reliable schedules. Just few minutes. Frequent, reliable schedules. Frequent schedules means there are two airlines are coming. If you miss one, you catch another one. So this is the frequent. Reliable schedules, when they say the plane is going to take off at this time, so the plane would be take off without any compromise. So this is the reliability. Okay. A standardized fleet of Boeing 737 aircraft, I told you, it's not a luxury one, it is the need, so they fulfill. High aircraft utilization is part of the low cost. High aircraft utilization, do you know what is that? High utilization of aircraft. Yes, maximum capacity has to be used. When you use the maximum capacity, it is high utilization, and the per unit passenger revenue is more than the less passengers. So you see, the other are the supporting activities like no meals, only few bags are allowed, one bag is allowed. Automated ticketing machine, empowered employees, high employee compensation, higher employees with who have a good attitude. ठीक है, high level of stock ownership, 20 minutes gate turnaround, and this is the quickness and the high productivity of the employees, and that's how they get the comparative advantage of low cost. Okay, so this is a very important concept. I hope it is clear to you. Do you want more? Any questions so far?